Next to build our fire, we're going to need some tinder, different sizes of twigs. We're going to start out with pencil size, thumb size, and then go all the way up to about the middle of our wrist. So you want to stay away from limbs that are on the ground because they're wet and it's kind of moist. It's been somewhat rainy and moist. I have a kind of a dry dead spot here on this tree, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab as many pieces of sticks or twigs I can grab, and then we'll sort them out later. Again, you want to stay up away off of the ground. It's really dry. Perfect. Okay, I've cleared an area away of debris. There's lots of grass and twigs. I'm in a slope that's going into the lake here. This is probably not the best place to build a fire. It's definitely not the safest place for the trees because there's lots of roots running underneath here. But for demo purposes, I'm just going to use this spot here because of the backdrop. But you want to make sure that when you're building fires that you're not putting the roots on fire, or so that they end up smoldering after you put them out, and A, it can kill the tree, or B, you can have a fire later on. Right? So what I've done is I've got three separate piles, and this is the larger pile for my kindling. Okay, so we've got our basic components here set up to be able to build our fire. I'm starting out with my tinder, which are really small twigs, about pencil length, about from my thumb, my little finger to my thumb, long, if not longer. Dry. Make sure you harvest not from the ground, but from what's off of a tree or what's up high. Then my next size up, which is going up to about thumb, little finger width, and then even bigger pieces of kindling. And this is going to go up and stack up to even, to your forearm, and then to larger logs. So basically, when you're building fire, you're building very small, very, very small, up to large. Okay. Here I've got my tinder, which are dry grasses, and I've got some cattail flower heads that are quite abundant around the lakes area here, that we're going to use as our accelerant. And dandelion fluff, thistle fluff, dryer lint, cotton, anything that's real billowy and cottony is what you'll use as your accelerant. And as a natural material, we've got plenty of dandelion flowers here in mid-fall. Okay, so we're going to start out with a tinder bundle or some tinder in the center, and then we add our pencil width kindling around. Then we add our thumb width tinder around, and you're basically just stacking around from the center with your kindling, or with your tinder, all the way out. So essentially you have a structure that looks somewhat like this, and if I had larger pieces of fuel, I would stack around and just make it larger. But again, for demo purposes, I'm not going to build a very big fire. As you can see, there's plenty of debris around. I've got some roots running through the grass. I haven't properly lined it or made a deep enough depression. I haven't put stones around it to line it. This is just for demo, so I'm not going to make too big of a fire because I don't want to get it out of control, don't want to get in trouble.